my name is Charisma, and I'm a Latina living in South Korea, currently in Cheollanam-do, Gwangju. Right now I'm a teacher, but I'm an all-around aspiring fashion stylist, wardrobe organizer, writer, entertainer, radio host, and I'm just like really happy for this opportunity and happy to be here right now. So when I'm asked to describe who I am, I can only really think about my name, Charisma, right? So everyone always asks me, are you charismatic? Well, yeah, kind of, right? I'm also really confident and adaptable, and I like to say that I'm pretty positive, especially when it comes to fashion and where I want to be in life and what I want to do in the future.
Hi, my name is Nikki, and I am an educator. I actually grew up here in Korea. I'm a military brat, and when I had the opportunity to return overseas, Korea was the place that I decided to come. I've been here now for 9 years, so my total time in Korea is about 13 years. Love everything about it, love the culture, love that I can travel all over Asia for a lot cheaper than if I was in the States. But me as a person, I'm a person who loves to give and a person who loves to see other people happy. So that's me.
Hello, I am Julie, and a while ago, quite a few years ago, I packed 2 suitcases full of all my favorite plus-size clothing, and I came to Korea to be an English teacher along with my husband. And over the years, I taught at many schools and I met people, and I traveled around Korea trying all the food and experiencing things and growing. I became a mother in Korea about 4 years ago, and over the time I've grown as a person, and so many things have changed in Korea, but one thing that hadn't changed was the availability of clothing in my size. So it's always been such a struggle to keep on using things from those 2 suitcases and hoping I could find something that was fashionable and beautiful and something other than a square shape covering my body. So I'm Julie, I'm a professor and a mom, and I am plus size in Korea.
Hello, I'm Maria Florencia. I'm a biologist from Argentina, and I'm here in Korea studying my master's degree, and where I'm also image consultant.
Hi, my name's Hannah. I studied media and film and design in school, and then when I graduated, I decided that I wanted to take an adventure. So I came over to Korea for a year, that turned into 2 years, that has now turned into almost 3 years. And so now I am a teacher and trying to live my best possible life while here in Korea as a plus-sized single woman.
Hi, my name is Pavni. I'm a foreign exchange student here in Seoul, South Korea. I'm originally from England. So as a student and as a woman, I think I'm a pretty proactive person. I always try to kind of go out, seek opportunities. I'm pretty hardworking and very passionate about the things that I want to do. So yeah.
Hello, I'm Chanel, and I've been living in Korea now for maybe 10 years. I feel like I have a pretty unique story about how I got here compared to a lot of other people. So I actually first started coming to Korea when I was 19 years old. I got a bachelor's and a master's in social work. And so because of that, I've done a lot of volunteer work internationally. And I first came here doing volunteer work actually way up in the mountains of Umsong. So I would come to Korea every summer and winter vacation that I had while I was still in undergrad school. And then I had to make the tough decision about whether to go to school in America for grad school or whether to come to Korea and do my grad school here. So I actually decided to come here, and then that's how I landed here. So yeah, it's been very interesting seeing how plus size has changed and evolved over those past 10 years while just Korea itself has been evolving. And I'm very excited to be a part of that process, definitely.
What does be 100% you mean? It means exactly that. If you have short hair, long hair, fuzzy hair, hair that gets tangled easily, wear that hair. Don't try to mimic the styles that are out or go into debt to be fashionable or try to be like the influencers on Instagram. It's really not that serious. However, if you are into fashion, be 100% you. Follow those trends and do those things, but don't make it about you being somebody else. You have to be 100% you. If you like fashion, you like fashion. If you don't, you don't. Just be you.
Being 100% me means being who I want to be in the future. Whether right now I don't feel as confident, but my goal is to be that confident, outgoing, extroverted person. So being 100% me is trying to be, the person that I want others to see me as.
And be 100% you for me means to be what do you want? What do you like to do in your life, and follow your dreams, no matter what the other people say, but just try to enjoy the life as much as we can.
For me, this just means being unapologetically myself all the time, which of course, like, this is not an easy task, especially when you live in a place that is constantly telling you that, like, you're not good enough, and like all of these other things around you, like, you don't fit here. So living here for a really long time, that can emotionally impact you. But I think with a lot of work, you can overcome that. And you can be unapologetically yourself. And you can show society, not only in Korea, but around the world, that even if you are plus size, you do matter. And you can be yourself, no matter what. And I think, of course, it's always hard to put those thoughts out of your mind, but it's important too, because you do matter, and you being who you are is the most important thing. That's like the most important thing that you can be, and being yourself is also the best thing that you can be. And so I know a lot of women struggle with that at any size, honestly. But more so, I feel like when you're plus size and you're constantly being told that, like, you don't fit here, you don't belong here. So I just really hope that everybody will be unapologetically themselves, will be 100% themselves, and know that you are truly amazing just the way you are. I'm pretty sure that's Bruno Mars song, but it's really true.
So the thing that I do to love myself is remind myself to be my own friend, and that means be kinder, have patience in the moments that I would kind of snap, because I do it to myself, but I wouldn't snap at a friend or somebody else. So just, practicing a little bit of kindness, a little bit of consideration, and sort of the whole, like, think before you speak, but to myself, because to everyone else I seem to do that very well, but with me I make very snap, like, oh, you shouldn't have done this. So yeah.
What do I do to love myself? It's quite hard sometimes to love yourself, especially in a society that tells you that in some ways you're not quite lovable, I guess. But I try to make it a point to tell myself that I am worth it, I can do it, and I'm just like everyone else. And I do that by reaching out to people, by seeing friends and family, and by doing the things that make me happy in kind of an unapologetic way. If I'm doing something that I love doing, then I'm loving myself.
So for me, it took me a really long time to figure out how to love myself. When I was younger, I was very, very, like, harsh on myself about how I did in school, how other people perceived me. And it took me a really long time to learn that it really didn't matter how other people felt about me. I just knew that I needed to love myself, and that's what was most important.
To love myself, I'm trying first of all to enjoy my life and take care of my health and my image. Like for example, I drink a lot of water every day. I'm trying to do some exercise, like walking a lot if I have time, and also I do my skincare routine. It takes maybe a long time, but I'm really interested in my skin also. And well, of course, I try to be happy as much as I can and enjoy to be here. But like for example, to meet my friends if I can now, because maybe it's a little difficult, but if I can, I do it. And the most important thing, like to talk with my family, because they help me to be more like happy every day.
What's my self-care routine? It's simple. I drink a lot of water, and I'm a vegetarian because that's how I was raised. My parents are vegetarians, so that helps keep me healthy. And I like to use a lot of moisturizer, and I walk a lot.
My self-care routine is very planned. So every Monday after work, I shut everything down. There's no phone calls. I limit my social media. I do something for myself. I take myself out on a date. I often will make like a really nice bath and light some candles, but it's really just a time to shut everything off. I choose Monday because it's the first day of the week that I go back to work. And sometimes, we like, oh, I hate Monday or I hate Sunday because Monday's the next day. So I choose Monday so that I can just breathe and remind myself that it's okay. I'm a mental health advocate, and self-care is very important for our mental health, especially during the pandemic.
So what is my self-care routine? There are two things that I bank on every month. One, getting my nails done, and two, getting a facial. And for some, it might seem like, oh, it's a waste of money, or you don't want to spend the time out of your day or that money out of your paycheck, especially if you're just, living from paycheck to paycheck. However, for me, it really makes the difference in how I feel about myself throughout the day. Besides that, I also do small shopping trips and make sure that every time I get up, I put on an outfit, because even putting on a regular pair of jeans and a hoodie can make all the difference in how I feel for that day.
Okay, so my self-care routine, I try to take a day to myself every now and then, and I love like cafe hopping, writing, taking a walk. So I kind of combine all of those things and just kind of be very mindful. Being mindful and practicing mindfulness is the biggest self-care routine for me, but I can't sit and meditate. So when I'm walking, I'll just kind of, when I go to a cafe, I just like sip on my tea and look around and observe the place. So yeah, that's what I do for my self-care routine.
What is my self-care routine? It changes all the time, depending on mental health, depending on how busy I am. I always try to, wash my face, take hot showers. I like yoga, so I do yoga a lot when I'm feeling very stressed out or anxious. And I always try to take at least 5 minutes in every day to do something that makes me happy. I've learned that if I don't do that, I can get burnt out very quickly, and it makes juggling the stresses of life much harder. So even if it's 5 minutes of reading a book or playing a game or anything, that's how I show self-care.
When I start my day, after try to sleep well during night, the first thing that I do after wash my face and brush my teeth, I drink water. I think the water is so important. And well, then I start with my skincare routine. That's the first of all. Then then I prepare and go out. When I go to the laboratory every day, I have to walk and to take a lot of stairs, so it's a very good exercise. And then when I back home, I also try to walk instead of take the metro or something.
I would say my self-care routine is to always put a time aside for myself. I'm a very busy person. I work multiple jobs, and sometimes this can be difficult, but I always do make sure to put aside some time every week to just have for myself doing something that I really enjoy doing. I also, something that is very important to me is just being outside. I have a dog, so it's very nice to be able to take him for a walk and be outside, get fresh air, and just de-stress and relax in that way. And also, I think like having like skincare, for me personally, just having like a skincare routine, like washing my face, like washing all the makeup off my face at the end of the day, moisturizing, wearing face masks, those things all really help me to relax and care for myself. And then also, I think another way that I care for myself, like I mentioned before, is through like shopping. I think that a lot of times, like especially like if you, obviously like we're not like making tons of money here like while we're living in Korea, so like there you do have to be conscious about that, but I always do make sure to set some money aside for me to like be able to buy clothes, because I think like that's a treat for myself, that I deserve those things. And yeah, buying things that I want that I wouldn't normally buy is something that I do to take care of myself.
Is that it? Or
Yeah,
yeah.
okay, next question.
Yeah.
To take care.
So what does, oh, sorry.
I'm really sorry. Okay.
What does be 100% mean?
A Latina currently living in the south of south of Gwangju.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. What am I supposed to